¿Qué tal amigos? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video en el canal. Estoy muy contento de estar nuevamente con todos ustedes. Feliz inicio de semana tengan todos. Y bueno, señores, lo que vamos a ver a continuación, pues es, la verdad va a terminar picante la cosa. Tuvieron un intercambio muy tenso por parte del congresista Johnson contra Kash Patel, el director general del FBI, porque hay sospechas, señores, hay sospechas de que bueno, le hicieron cuestionamientos severos a Kash Patel sobre si tiene inversiones en compañías chinas, así que de ser cierto esto, la verdad es que terminaría muy mala cosa por si le faltaba algo más al gobierno de Donald Trump. Así que bueno, quédense porque va a estar muy bueno el video, así que adelante con las imágenes.
Gentleman from Georgia is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Patel, thank you for being here today. I want to first talk about the significant role that the FBI plays in combating the national security threats posed by our nation's greatest threat, our nation's greatest security threat, China and the Chinese Communist Party. It's a fact that China is America's most significant national security threat. Isn't that correct?
I would say so, sir.
And you would agree with me that China wants to dominate the United States of America?
I think that's largely their plan.
And they want to dominate the world, both militarily and economically. Isn't that correct?
I think so.
And, sir, you've been FBI director for the last, 8 months?
7 months, yes.
7 months. And during that time, have you held any stock in any companies founded in China?
I don't believe so.
Well, you do own stock in a company known as Elite Depot, don't you?
Which one, sorry?
Elite Depot. You own stock.
I think that's, I'll have to get back to you. I think it's a law firm and it's a company out of Singapore.
Okay, well, no, the company out of Singapore, which is owned by Elite Depot, is the Shein Company, which was founded in China, correct?
That company operates out of Taiwan.
Well, they changed their headquarters from China back in 2022 to Singapore for tax purposes, but it's owned by a Chinese billionaire. I think his name is Charlie Zhu, and you own stock in the company that owns Shein.
Which I disclosed during my confirmation process.
You certainly did. And now, do you still hold that stock in that Chinese company?
Pursuant to the Department of Justice, who reviewed my material that was submitted during my confirmation process, I was able to hold certain stocks, and they made the decision.
You still hold the stocks that you have? You still hold on to these Chinese stocks, these stocks in this Chinese company?
I disagree that it's a Chinese company, but I was in the DOJ, when you're appointed, makes a call on what you can and can't possess.
Well, now, let me ask you this. Chinese companies steal trademarks. They produce counterfeit products and sell them over the internet on platforms such as Shein. They steal intellectual property. They steal data from American companies. And to me, it seems inconsistent with your role as FBI director that you would own stock in a company that is based in a country that is the nation's premier national security threat. It's like you are putting your own financial security over the security of the nation.
I disagree with that characterization.
Well, I think the American people look at it like it's a classic situation of the fox guarding the hen house. If the FBI is charged with investigating espionage, economic espionage by companies controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, and you are the director of the FBI, you've got a conflict of interest.
Sir, I would just show if there's any intimation
Well,
that
why,
I'm
why
against.
are you holding on to this stock?
It wasn't a
And
decision I
it's,
made.
and it's valued at up to $5 million as of when you last reported, correct? $5 million in
No,
stock?
I don't follow it.
You don't follow it, but you're still making money off of it.
I don't have any money off of anything.
Well,
What I have done,
Trump's trade policies directly impact the value of that Chinese stock. Won't you agree with that?
which trade policy? I'm not a trade expert.
Okay, all right.
But I want to tell you
Play
this.
crazy on me today. Let me ask you this question. Why are you hiding pedophiles? Why are you shielding pedophiles? Why are you protecting pedophiles?
That is maybe the most offensive thing you could say to me, given the numbers.
Well, you have not released
Given
the
the
Epstein
numbers
files.
of pedophiles.
You are aware of
we
the
have
Epstein
arrested-
client list that was published in the 18,000
Time the gentleman has
emails released?
expired. The gentleman yields
Can I just-
back.
Can you answer the
Can
question?
I just respond?
Of course, the gentleman can answer the question.
Since I took over the FBI, there has been a 33% increase.
Sir, all of that
Encounter-
started under Christopher
Your
Wray.
time is done, but
No, it didn't.
the witness gets to
All of
answer
that
the
started
question,
under
and
the
then we'll go to our
previous,
next.
33.
FBI director, sir, and you're coming in here trying to take credit for something that a previous director
Gentlemen,
instituted and largely brought to conclusion.
I take
I
no
think it's pretty
credit.
clear that
offensive.
the
It's
director
offensive.
has numbers are so
incorrect
much
also.
better than the previous director.
It's
Dr. Patel, if you
deceptive.
want to
I
answer
take-
the question.
I take no credit. The men and women of the FBI have seen a 33% increase in the number of counterintelligence arrests out of the
And
PRC.
so all of a sudden, with you coming in 7 months ago,
and,
Gentleman's time has
Heaven on earth.
expired.
and on the
sir,
pedophile
American public not gonna
accusation,
go for that.
we have arrested 1,500 child predators in the last 7 months.
Under
That's
investigations
more than
initiated by
anybody
the prior
Appreciate the
directorship.
director's good work, and we really appreciate that the time the gentleman has expired. We now
Bien, señores, lo que acabamos de
Ya-
ver, pues digamos, de cierta manera, pues terminó de una manera, pues tensa, porque, caray, o sea, de ser cierto, pues eso, de que está, digamos, sacando un provecho económico, el director general del FBI, Kash Patel, en esa empresa China, pues señores, la verdad es que estamos en un completo, eh, pues escándalo por parte de este personaje, porque digamos que tira todos los cánones, todas las pues reglas que se tenían dentro del gobierno de los Estados Unidos, pero sería muy fiel a, digamos, a las costumbres financieras estadounidenses o comerciales más que nada, el hecho de estar sacando provecho económico de lo que sea, donde sea y como sea. Y la verdad es que esto, pues caray, o sea, ya aplica aquí el dicho que pues nadie sabe para quién trabaja literalmente, o sea, es algo sumamente pues increíble que Kash Patel pueda tener, digamos, esas acciones en esa empresa fundada en China, así que bueno, es algo que al menos a mí me ha llamado muchísimo la atención, señores, y bueno, la verdad es de que esta rendición de cuentas ha sido totalmente explosiva porque sin duda, señores, sin duda hay muchas cosas que no están en lo absoluto, pues digamos, eh, clarificadas, por decir de alguna manera, y sobre todo de que al ciudadano estadounidense como tal no se le está dando ningún tipo de respeto que yo creo que como cualquier ciudadano de cualquier país quisiera recibir por parte de sus políticos y sobre todo, pues sí, o sea, sobre todo de que tengan la certidumbre de que esa gente sí está trabajando en pro de los ciudadanos y en pro de su país. Pero bueno, señores, hasta aquí el video. Me encantó estar nuevamente con todos ustedes. ¿Qué opinan al respecto? Eh, Me encantó estar nuevamente con todos ustedes. Así que, bueno, suscríbanse, es totalmente gratis, es solamente para que ustedes no se pierdan los videos que hay aquí en el canal. comenten qué opinan al respecto. Así que, bueno, les mando un abrazo. Nos vemos mañana. Vamos a ver qué sigue con Kash Patel. Vamos a tocar otros temas. Así que, bueno, les mando un abrazo y nos vemos en la siguiente. Bye bye.